What's up? Today we are back and we are watching Jubilee, six black men versus one secret white guy. Now, as someone who has a lot of African American friends and spends a lot of time in African American communities, I would definitely say that I've been the odd guy out at times. So I totally know what this kind of feels like, and this will be interesting to watch. So let's get into it. Let's get started, and let's see how it goes.
I'm black.
I'm black.
I'm black. I'm black.
I'm black.
I'm black.
I'm white.
Okay, for sure. Now, one quick question I gotta ask: are there any other like Africans or anybody with like any like Afrocentric ethnicities?
My dad has Nigerian in him.
What tribe? Do you know what tribe?
Actually, I don't, but my mom's Ashkenazi Russian Jew, and then my dad's literally like he got Nigerian all the way from Asian to, he's literally mixed with everything.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, that gives it away, right? Like, if you can't tell your family's heritage, or you do tell your family's heritage, it's over. That's a game changer. This guy just asked the first question, and if everyone answers, it's over.
For sure. Anyone else?
Nope, just black.
Yeah, I got nicknames.
Well, Rosebud is actually my street name. My real name's Riley.
My name is Fitzgerald. That's like the full first name, but then Fitz is like the nickname people call me by.
Maybe Fitzy.
Yeah, sometimes they do Fitzy. Sometimes they be doing Fitzy.
I think my strategy was to kind of just be black.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said fits, I thought it was because you had tough fits on, you know what I mean?
That too.
You can't even see him. What you talking about, bro?
That too.
Now, these guys can't see each other, so the Fitz thing is pretty funny because this guy's just wearing like a classic red tracksuit that, well, unless you're in the UK, you probably shouldn't be wearing it.
I mean, if you could see, you'd probably be able to tell that I got a tough fit on. You
That wasn't even funny. Can we all say what we wearing and everything? I got skeleton.
He just talked. Okay, so there are these black guys. This guy's from Chicago, and I can tell really easy because shout out to my boy Staz of Style and Soul. This dude sounds exactly the same based off of like one word.
All red, varsity jacket,
Let's see how this goes.
cargo pants on the side. What's up?
We matching right now. I'm not wearing the skeleton fit, but I got like red.
You got Air Forces on?
I got Air Forces on.
No, you crazy.
I wish I could dap you up right now. I wish I could dap you up right now. But
Wait, what type forces y'all got on?
So I got the Air Force ones with like the little black stripe on.
Man's got the hand tats. You know he's like a serious guy when he's got hand tats. Like,
okay, yeah, half black, half white.
Right. Oh, I see where you're going with that. You said half black, half white.
Black, half white. You feel me?
No cap. I used to wear some Pumas that were half black and half white because of that my whole life.
My strategy for today was to figure out who's safe rather than figure out who's the mole right off the bat. Who's one of the brothers? You feel me?
Who here knows what the smell of a hot comb on a head
It
is?
stink. It stink real bad.
What are some...
now that's like a pretty easy question, right? If you spent time in a barbershop, mainly like a black barbershop, you're gonna know what that smell is. Even if you just been at your boy's house, you're gonna know. So I don't know. That's not a great question to ask the group, I don't feel like.
prominent songs that you're gonna hear at a family?
Oh, they played a lot of blues. Marvin C, Bobby Blue Bland. Then when they got drunker, it was Tupac and
Oh, look that shit got.
yeah.
Look, if you look at his mouth, these guys, they like don't talk like they talk like they talk like this, and they don't use they like lost all the feeling in their lower jaw to talk, and that's what makes them a sound African American or black and ghetto. It's kind of weird because it's definitely like created. It's not organic. There's no way.
Vocal inflections, like it kind of made me think of, Straight Outta Compton, the movie. Maybe it felt too black, for a second.
Yeah, I grew up
Right,
on
you see,
classic
like I
rock
said,
from my
like,
mom's
too
side, and
black.
I grew
It's,
up
like,
on Motown
weird.
from my dad's side. So anytime, summer vacation in the backyard with my nana, she'd be playing all Motown. My pop-up and nana be dancing, slow dancing to it,
Yo.
telling them, sit your ass down,
All right, so this is round one. This is gonna be interesting.
Everyone has one person that's suspicious of them.
So we know where, basically.
Yo, we made it.
All right. off with a theme song. You finish it. We're brothers.
We're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Okay, I
Okay,
like that.
good.
Me growing up half black, half white, there's certain songs that they sing that I honestly didn't know word by word what to say.
In the movie,
Yeah, I got no idea what that song was from. It feels like it's from an older TV show, which, like, if you're not old, you might have never even watched the TV show.
ATL, Rashad was running his daddy's house since what age? It's a famous line, y'all. You gotta know that.
I ain't gonna cap, I ain't even know the answer to that one. Shit.
Complete this song.
No
That
one.
boy got
Stretch pants.
Boy got
Stretch pants.
What is that?
I got one.
Anybody know what it is when you say you put your foot in something?
To cook it real good.
Me and your mama
Can we-
whipping it up.
That food is
snacking. I was listening so intently on voices because you ever been on the phone with like telemarketer? You can tell it's a black person on the other side, so you throw out little hints, while you're talking, and like, oh yeah, we cool. I was trying to catch that.
Call and response. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
Who said that?
Brevin.
Jay.
I'm suspicious of everybody else over here.
Now, all black people don't go to church now.
But they notice.
This is true. What flavor of Kool-Aid was y'all favorite growing up?
Red.
Red.
I like grape.
You mean purple?
Yo.
Yeah, that's kind of suspicious.
That's low sus right there.
It's definitely purple, not grape.
You said grape.
Because where I'm from, we go by colors. We don't go by that. What you just said.
Wait, hold up. Why is that crazy? Because grape and purple are exactly the same
I
thing.
mean, we used to call Welch's grape soda.
I don't know. It's just where I'm from. We go by colors. We go by colors.
Grape Kool-Aid, not purple. Red flag.
He was trying to come at me about the grape.
Yeah, like they all called it red Kool-Aid. No one called it Hawaiian Punch. And then this man said grape. He said that he's like half white, half black. So it's like pretty... You could see him pretty easily getting like grape Kool-Aid.
But honestly, that I grew up with a bunch of friends and we all called it that in Harlem.
How you make your Kool-Aid?
You pour the sugar to the ancestors, say stop.
That's the truth. So you know that man is from the South and is real.
In the summers, it was either if you outside or inside, you had to pick, right? Like
Yeah, wasn't no running in and out.
running up and inside your house, So y'all feel that? Or?
Yeah.
Don't let that good air out.
When it comes to black women from the 90s, who do you think of off of it?
Be alone.
I'm going to say Halle Berry.
Damn.
I'm gonna say
Yo, this man is so hairy. The white guy's arms are crazy.
she was a rapper. Wow, what's her name? Rhapsody.
Jada Pinkett. Or the sister from...
Wait, you can't take two, dog.
He taking forever.
Goodness, somebody gotta help me out with this. Shotty from like Black Panther, who was the queen. You feel me?
Yeah, I know her name, but you got to know her
Angela
name.
Bassett.
There you
Angela
go.
Bassett. There we go.
I think a Whitley from a different world. I can't remember her name. Old girl from a different world.
Growing up watching my sisters, Raven Simone, Tyra Banks from
Old girl.
that runway
That's
show.
how you know.
Is that 90s?
Tyra's from the 90s.
I was sitting back watching them being like, sheesh.
All right, let's see what they got.
Appreciate y'all.
My homeboy I was matching with is gone now, bro.
When it comes,
Man, so they knocked out the half white, half black guy first. So that's pretty, like... It's funny because he was really open about being half and half. And ultimately, they still said, you're too white.
to being black man.
The white guy's kind of getting away with it, though, because he's not really talking. And no one is talking to him directly. If you guys have seen some of the Sidemen videos, they talk to each other through numbers. Like, number 3, what is your background? So it's interesting when these guys ask questions, they ask in groups and they get large responses. And this really takes away from their ability to pinpoint who it could be.
Microaggressions. Let's talk about it.
I got you right here, man. I went to a PWI. Man, I be chilling in the corner. There's only 5% of us, but somehow they find a way to take a picture of you for the dang
diversity.
for the diversity, right? I'm like, they only 5%. I gotta give them credit though, cause like finding us is gonna be a little bit tough, but like they found a way regardless.
I ain't even gonna lie, Loke. I'm real lost. We from the streets. I ain't even get that far, like college and stuff like that.
Hey, we all got a different journey. That's cool.
Yeah, it's like the low-key racist thing.
Yeah.
Like, not like
You're so well spoken. Wow. Why wouldn't I be? I'm a grown man.
a black guy. You're so well spoken.
Yeah.
You peep game, you walk down the street, right? And a white folks see you, the first thing they do when they see you or acknowledge you, they fold their lips, like, and nod their head down, make that weird
Or they
face,
give you
you know what I
hella
mean?
space on the sidewalk or even step in the street.
Or clutch their bag.
Clutch the purse.
Microaggressions.
Clutch
like,
the bag. Or
Take the next elevator.
yes. All of that. All of that.
hella room in the elevator, too.
Stare at you like you ain't supposed to be here. What was one of y'all favorite movies growing up? You feel me? Like Love and Basketball, Don't Be a Menace. I mean, what did y'all watch?
I like New Jack City. Like,
That was alright. You from New York,
yeah,
bro.
dude. So you already know, like, I am my brother's keeper, and that's some real shit, so.
I'll tell you what, man. I watched the first Power Ranger movie like twice a day for like the first 4 years after it came out, man.
Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Power Rangers. What season? What season?
Oh, Mighty Morphin, dog.
There it goes.
Facts.
Hard is hard. It is.
I watch anime, too. I'm not
Oh wait,
gonna
you
lie.
watch anime?
This guy, okay, so I think this is really, like I said, the hand tat thing earlier, and I think this is really showing what type of white guy they picked, right? So he's got some braids, he's got a hand tat. This guy's probably been in and out of jail a few times, I feel like. It looks like he's got a grill on too. At least like a couple of gold teeth in there. I don't know, like his response to the college like learning question and then the Power Rangers thing, like this guy seems like he might have been like living a pretty rough life.
What you like? What you like?
Dragon Ball Z.
for shows a gateway.
Y'all Naruto, come on, like.
Don't laugh at me, but I love the Disney Channel originals. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was good.
Hey, let's watch a Disney Channel, boy.
Y'all know about that Static Shock though. Come on.
I was literally just about to say.
You know what I'm saying? Superheroes, Static Shock.
Woohoo! I met his voice actor, bro.
You did?
My dude is cold, dope, bro.
Wait, he voices every single black, everything.
And Samurai Jack.
He's
Man's
black,
got
yeah.
range, bro. He's
Yeah.
got range.
All right, I got a question because I feel like we just gonna be like
We gonna be vibing, man.
too much, yeah,
I
right?
got y'all after this. Even if you white, we gotta tap in for real.
Hey, you have to.
Yeah, you be like.
But okay, so
Why does that bother you?
Okay, so now all these guys want to hang out because they all actually like the same things, and the white guy 100% is out of place here. He clearly was not into any of the Dragon Ball Z, any of the Naruto stuff. It was just not his vibe at all, and you could kind of tell like he was mad quiet. The only thing he said, like, he said they was good when the dude said about the Disney Channel originals, which, I mean, everyone I feel like has seen one or two of those, and we can all kind of agree, but it's just really interesting. So let's see what happens here.
you didn't have to point that out, bro. Okay, so in regard to dating and whatnot, my first girlfriend, she ended up being a Russian girl, and my dad was he always used to throw hints like, "Hey, man,
Ooh,
you
Russian
know, she
girl?
was nice and all that stuff," and like he would never say it, but I knew like the upbringing he had, he dealt with a lot of racism and stuff, so he kind of had like the hesitance for like those type of relationships. Did your parents or family members like say, "Hey, like"?
I mean, my mother was from Freeport, so she used to be on that. And she was older when she had me. She was already like in her late 50s, so
Okay.
she wasn't playing with none of that really.
I don't think my parents ever they just want me to love who I love, but at the same time, I think there's always that underlying, like, we would love for it to be a black woman.
Alright, this is really crazy. I remember growing up and like we lived in the city, so all my friends were black, and I remember like my grandma having like mad weird racial aggressions and like swimming in the pool, inviting my black friends over to swim in our pool, and then her like getting upset about it and me just being like, I don't understand, I'm not gonna change. It's really weird, but it's definitely something that people deal with from both sides.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was actually the same for me. They never said don't bring a white girl home or anything like that, but I definitely know how it would make them feel if I was to bring home a sister for sure. Like, oh shoot, like you're with somebody who understands you,
Right.
who can understand what you go through in life as a black man on the day-to-day basis, from the microaggressions to the ridiculous racism in your face.
My people were cool, whatever. Like, I'm cool, whatever, too. But, like, I appreciate a sister, like, because she understands me and I don't have to explain myself.
We have a tie between Rob and Brevin.
A tie, man. So who is it gonna be? Rob or Brevin? I don't know. Like,
Y'all hit that sigh of relief.
Okay, I'm Brevin. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. Like I said, I didn't have a traditional upbringing as far as dating a lot of different people because I'm a queer black man, but it took me a long time to get there. But as far as home life, I had two parents, two older brothers, a little sister, super close. Yeah, this is hard. I don't know. I'm black, y'all. I'm black.
My name Robert. I go by Rob.
this is so funny because I kind of thought from this whole time, like, this dude in the striped shirt could just be gay. Like, and if he's not gay, that's cool, but he's definitely like a little homo, which is also fine. But you can just tell he just talks a little bit like, and just his interests are a little different, and that's all cool. But it's interesting that they've picked him out as the possible white guy versus this guy Rob, who is just clearly white. And yeah, so let's see what he's got to say.
I'm from South Central LA. We bounced all around. It was just me and my mother, 3 sisters and 2 brothers. I've been in and out the streets, not too much school, and that's pretty much it.
This is going to be interesting. So he just gave up a lot of information there. Like I said, he probably lived a rough life, so he definitely did. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what these guys
When
think.
it came
But
to Brevin, it seemed like he was privileged, and I relate more to struggle. Hearing some of the things he was saying, it kind of made me think and second guess.
that's something that I find fascinating with African American people is that while they'll relate to struggle, they don't feel connected to people who have succeeded or find them close to themselves, which I guess I understand. I grew up struggling, so I do kind of connect more with people like that, but I also don't think that I would think someone isn't similar to me because they didn't struggle at some point in their life.
In my brain, I was like, this is probably just one of those cases where he could be white and he's just a product of his environment.
Brevin, you can't vote.
I appreciate the try, bro.
It looks like we are tied again.
Wow, what?
I voted
Still.
Rob just because I think I heard everyone else speak a little bit more.
I also voted Rob. First of all, I'm just gonna say that the environment he grew up in, you know what I'm saying? I think that that's just a case where he could relate to a lot of black people's struggles. You feel me? But he might not be black in and of himself.
I voted for Brevin to get out. Not because Brevin necessarily said anything bad, but it was more so because of when Rob was talking, I felt like I was listening to one of my cousins talk. And he definitely sounds like he's from South Central for sure. Not a whole lot of white people down there. So I'm gonna say he stays.
Rob Black, that's it.
Yeah.
I know that's a fact. Rob Black, he sound like people from my way. So no offense to you, Brendan, but you gotta kick rocks.
See, this is so interesting, right? These two guys on the right, Matt especially seems a little bit more privileged. So he I don't know. He like connected to this guy. I don't know. This is really interesting.
Hearing Brevin's voice too.
I want to see what happens here.
I heard
I
it.
don't understand.
I heard it,
Yeah.
for sure. But Rob, like, I feel like I could say certain things to Rob and he pick up on it quick. If I say certain things to the other, it's like, is you gonna really relate or?
Yeah. You know, I
No
think
disrespect,
that.
but-
Let's hit a lick.
What? It's the same. It's gonna be the same. Oh no! Oh no! He changed his mind. All right, so who are they going with? I think Rob is the second. Oh! What?
Rob sound like good catfish.
I'm not sure why I leveled it out. I feel that a lot of times I've felt that I'm too white for the black people and too black for the white people, but it's okay. It's all good.
Man, I feel so bad for those guys that get stuck in between because they're just like, they're organically who they are, but they just don't fit these two narrative groups of like drastically white or drastically black. And man, like there's a lot of those guys and they're always awesome. I don't know, I always feel bad for them because they get kind of kicked out of being black, which they are, and it kind of sucks.
The mole is still in the box and you want to continue playing the game, raise your hand.
Oh, only 1, 2,
No,
3.
stop! What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I knew I wasn't going.
I don't know if that's like the producer that's in his ear or what, but that is hilarious. He almost just gave himself like the possibility to lose the game.
Get eliminated.
Why is that?
I don't know. I just came in like I was gonna win. Really, already said I was gonna win. So.
Anybody else got a question? All right, so let's make things a little bit spicy. You feel me? What's like one critique and or what's one thing that you think like black people could be like doing better in, or like a hot take about like black people and our community and stuff like that?
Since the beginning of the U.S., with the obvious mistreatment of black people, a lot of information pertaining to being able to further us as a people has been withheld from us, and more so recently, the information has been normalized to be pushed out, and this generation is really doing a lot to make sure that we are as gamed up as possible with all the tax information, with all that stuff, so we can no longer have those continuing circumstances of not having the information to be able to financially evolve as a people.
Gatekeeping is a huge issue in finance and just business ownership, laws, everything in general. There's a lot of gatekeeping issues there. This guy's not wrong.
I think that's dope. But I also think that people need to really be on their P's and Q's with that stuff, because the more we sit around and don't go out this information, the more our situation continues to remain the same financially. Even though we spend some of the most money in the U.S., it never stays within the black community.
The game banging.
Yeah.
That gotta stop.
Elaborate on that.
Well, it's no point in game banging no more. I mean, if you think about it, you game banging, and then it got so bad where everybody that run black in prison is together, even if you from the enemy side, op side, or anything. So if you go to prison, so if I supposed to game bang, shoot somebody, and if I get caught and I gotta go to prison and get along with the people who I just slid on, it don't make no sense, and there's no money involved.
I feel that.
So that's the first thing gotta go.
Don't be so quick to buy Gucci, Prada, Louis. Like, I mean, I'm not one to speak myself. I got Ricks and Subi on, but at the same time, like, if one of the homies has a brand, you should be going to go buy that,
I feel like a critique is just, my little brother is, he's at a HBCU, a small one in Oklahoma, and nothing against like the school or anything of people who's around, but I feel like the ideas and like the mindsets that he's been around from his early childhood and whatnot, because have been just like not open-minded to new possibilities. Opportunities are out there. We just got open-minded to it and try to figure out what works for us.
This might be on the fault of like the media, but I think sometimes we over sensationalize like our pain, and I think that there's so much more to like the black community, whether it's joy or like having a good laugh or something. Like there's just so much more to us than like the pain that we go through, and I think that needs to be shown more in like our movies, our TV shows, just like the way we talk about things. Like I think that there's just so much more to the black community than that.
I want to see black people doing goofy stuff on screen, not just being slaves, you know?
Right. Come on now, talk about it.
Or criminals, or they're gangsters, killers.
That's not even like a thing for America, but like you go to China, you go to like some of these other places, like that's all they see of us. You feel me?
Yeah.
Word. Yo, I'm gonna be real. I think we're all good, bro.
So they all talked about problems that were very relatable to them. You can probably tell Matt probably works in finance or his parents work in finance, something. You can tell he's a little bit better off and smarter with money. Gabriel, he's dressed really well. He talked about fashion and supporting his friends' brands. Even though it's pretty interesting that he kind of talked about not buying brands that he's wearing. Maybe he's just wearing them because he's on TV, and maybe he on this video, but maybe he like actually spends a lot of his money supporting his friends' brands. I don't know. Then we got Jay. Jay's talking about some great stuff, and Fitz is talking about great things. They're all really like talking about things that are really relatable to them, but Rob's conversation around gangbanging and like being on the streets, being in jail, like I said, he definitely lived a hard life, but it's interesting if they all think that is what made him black, because he's talking about gang violence. Yeah.
Sorry, Gabriel.
See?
You know what I'm saying? It happens.
If you think the mole is still in the box and you'd like to continue the game, raise your hand.
Wow.
All right. So that's unanimous. We're going to end the game right then and there, okay? If the lights turn green, that means you voted the mole out.
Yikes.
And you all win. If the lights turn red, that means the mole is still in the box and you all lose.
The thought popped in my head of, what if you had it wrong the whole time and the guy right next to you is the one?
3, 2, 1. It is red. That means the mole is still here.
Sheesh. Yo, that guy is so funny. Matt knows.
You guys can lift
he
your
knows.
blindfolds in 3, 2, 1.
What? Just hold on, wait. Rob? That's Rob? That's Rob? I'm Brevin. Yo, what's up, Brevin? What's up, y'all?
Big up to you, yo. Big up to you. Hey, yo. Of course, there's been like a couple white boys who cool, but like not like Rob. Like that was different.
My name is Robert, but they call me Milk. I'm from South Central. I got adopted at 7 days old as a baby, like out the hospital to a black mother. So I was raised with her ever since 7 days old.
That's crazy.
My whole family was black. I didn't even know I never met the other people until I was like
That's dope.
grown. My upbringing was a little strange. I was the only white kid at every party, every birthday. But that never really like bothered me, I guess.
Is it hard for you to fit in with white people?
I remember in elementary school, like going to other kids' parties, and like in elementary school, all my friends were black. So like I would go to these parties and there would only be black people, and it would be hella crazy. So I definitely understand like Rob's thing. And that shit, even that lasted even into college. Like I would go to parties, be the only white kid.
Oh, it was. It's getting a little better.
What about for black people then? Is it easier or was it more difficult to get along with?
Nah. I mean, that's all I was around my whole life. Jail, county jail, juvenile hall, every party, everything.
And your whole family, like, they just all accept you? Because I got sides of my white family that, like, they wouldn't even hold me as a baby because I had a black dad.
Hell nah. I had a good family.
Since my mom married a black man, they sat shivets for her, which basically in the Jewish community means that you're dead to me. And it's almost lone feeling that you get sometimes when you feel like you can't relate to anybody.
I was like the baby, low-key, like the youngest one.
Wow.
Crazy.
What is a misconception?
He doesn't even have. This man doesn't have laces on one of his shoes. I don't know if y'all see that, but one shoe's laced and one shoe's not at all.
What is a misconception people have about black men?
Put us in a box that basically states that we're always angry or mad. There's a lot of happy black folk in the world. Like me personally, I'm happy.
We're not as
All right, well, that was a crazy video. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a couple of days with another Jubilee.